Unaccustomed as I am to slobbering over the coagulating meat juice of an adolescent veal calf, which over several years has been grown in a bread bin and weaned exclusively on the droplets of scat issued by passing mice, it has come to my attention that critics, in their infinite wisdom, receive far more glory and attention for reviewing other people's work than other people get for work. Hence I've decided to follow that logic and criticise the critics, hoping in vain that this will lead to double points for me. It would be super awesome if someone in turn criticised my criticism of the critics, and in turn the entire population follows suit and forms an orderly queue like a perpetual conga line in which every participant has his or her head firmly lodged in the rectum of his or her neighbour, and we form a glorious new world order in which we're all blind to the beauty around us, but at least we'll never go hungry. Firstly, I'd like to draw attention to the subjective shift that drew me onto this sentence. In graphological parlance, this is known as a new paragraph and is characterised by a full stop, which those of us who paid attention in English class will recognise as an example of punctuation, and those of us who paid attention in maths class will remember that sum is not the same as zero. Hence, speaking quickly and pausing the tape every now and again to take a breath is not the same as purging your narrative of all grammatical structure. You may be tempted to advertise your product using the shortest possible lie, but my advice is don't. Sorry, I mean don't. People often say to me, "Yahtzee, you disembodied vestigial English accent," and I say, "What?" And they say, "5 matching dice, of course, Yahtzee." And I say, "Oh, of course, that's a bloody silly name too. I just can't help myself. I'm a slave to lexical jingles." So I'm playing a video review on the much-acclaimed E-Scar Pissed magazine. You play a behatted misanthrope who, against his better judgment, is called Ben. The objective is to plod across a custard-tinted square, fresh out of Windows Movie Maker, taking the things you hold most dear in the world and pedantically accumulating their minor shortcomings, proceeding to inflate any negligible faults into personal attacks against you, your cognitive ability, and your hysterically compartmentalized cultural identity, all the while ecstatically unaware that the fault may very well lie with you, and the fact that you have the hand-to-eye coordination of a severely dyspraxic hagfish throwback spawned from an island community of thalidomide babies forced at gunpoint into 13 generations of experimental incest. Of course, it's not all doom and gloom. In his more recent adventures, our hero had taken to spending the first 17 seconds of his opening putting on a silly voice and promoting a game that's completely different from the one in the review. Oh wait, that's a commercial! I realise this is not, strictly speaking, his fault, but the aim of the game here, so to speak, is to relentlessly bitch about every detail of the universe that makes your life seem anything short of a phantasmagorical vision of heaven that Buddha can conceive of in a million mushroom-fueled wet dreams. You live in a subtropical paradise where there's no recession, no overpopulation, and no ugly people. You have not one dream job, but 2 of them, and millions of people love and respect you and would happily suck you off and tell their mates about it over a pint, including me. But what's that? Brand new games take an extra fortnight to come out in Australia before you get them for free? Well, cry me a river, you lousy, feckless dullard! Who would have thought it would take a discernible amount of time for something to reach the end of the sodding earth? The lesson here is you should hate everything, especially the things you love the most. That way all the fame and fortune in the world can never break your spirit. Hate and hate, seethe and seethe, until, like Mr. Yahtzee and arguably myself, you develop the superpower of being able to pull microchips of genius out of your arse. Though they're probably made from the massive amounts of compressed sand you appear to have in your vagina.